Hello, good evening. 5 men have been convicted of riot, possession of a firearm and reckless arson after shots were fired at police during last August's riots in Birmingham.
Tyrone Laidley, Nicholas Francis, Wayne Collins, Renato Farrell and Jermaine Lewis started fires in the Bartons Arms pub in Newtown, then fired handguns at officers on the ground and at the police helicopter. A 17-year-old was also found guilty of riot and possession of a firearm. A man and a youth were cleared of all charges.
Our reporter Charlotte Grant has been following this story from the start and examined exactly what happened on that night using CCTV pictures shown to the jury during the 6-week trial at Birmingham Crown Court.
On the 9th of August last year, gunfire rings out across the streets of Birmingham. CCTV picks up a gang of around 30 people. As the camera zooms in, a gunman aims and fires. Moments later, a second man also shoots. At least 12 shots were fired that night from as many as 4 weapons. Nearby, police, seeing the gang who've already fired at their colleagues, radio to officers to pull out.
Shots fired, that's all received. 1-6, withdraw to a safe distance, please.
The court heard that this was a planned and organised attack. As well as firing at officers on the ground, the jury was told the police helicopter itself was also shot at. Without protective uniform, officers feared for their lives.
Extremely threatened. During that time, there was nothing to suggest that this was going to take place. The shots were fired into the wall below and over their heads. It was very close to being a murder investigation. Any of those shots had hit an officer, that we were looking at a completely different set of circumstances today.
On mobile phone footage shown to the court, the crowd can be heard cheering. The jury heard that before firing at police, the group attacked the Bartons Arms pub in Aston. Carrying petrol bombs, they set about throwing furniture into the road. The trial heard that some of the group used the furniture from the pub to create a makeshift barricade across this section of the A34. Their aim, it's alleged, to lure the police to where they could be attacked. Inside the Bartons Arms, CCTV captures people moving around. Moments later, the bar at the front of the pub is in flames. Central Tonight filmed the Bartons Arms in the aftermath of the attack. At the time, local people who didn't want to be filmed told us how scared they were that night. Today, the smashed windows are fixed, but the mark where the bar was set alight remains. That night, 3 people, including 2 on the ground here, were arrested. A number of guns were recovered by police, but not all of them. Just around the corner from the pub, a bullet hole near where the police were standing is still in the wall. As part of evidence in court, forensic tests on the lead found here in this wall was used to show just how close the bullets were to the nearby police officers. After the guilty verdicts came through, the brother of one of the defendants questioned the legitimacy of the trial. 20-year-old Tyrone Laidley, it was claimed, was the man who shot at the police helicopter. But his brother says relying on CCTV evidence isn't enough.
You can't even see what colour clothes he's wearing on the CCTV, so how can they say that's him? There's no witnesses to say, oh, we saw Tyrone. There's no DNA, there's no real evidence. Obviously, yeah, this is against the police, so they have to get somebody for this.
The 6 convicted have been told to expect lengthy custodial terms. They'll be sentenced tomorrow. Charlotte Grant in Birmingham for Central Tonight.
It's been